Hello, Jeff Gersman.
Hello, Brad.
How's it going?
It's going all right.
We're kicking it with Samus Aran,
Or,
as Metroid Other M would have you believe, Samus Aran.
what?
I don't know, that's how they say it.
What?
I am skeptical about the pronunciation of her name.
I might say like Samus Aran.
Yeah, I guess so. They also have you believe that it's pronounced Zebus
What?
and not Zebus. Anyway, hey, let's play Metroid Other M.
All right. What is the other M?
Dude, I don't know
Is
yet.
that story relevant?
I haven't figured that out yet. And actually, you know what? At the time of this recording, I am stuck on the last boss of this game.
Okay.
So
all right.
Perhaps I will never figure it out.
Yeah. So the thing that strikes me about this game is the control stuff.
Yeah.
Why don't you talk a little bit about what you're doing to play this video game?
Okay, so right now I'm pointing at the screen. You know, let me back up a little bit. It's a weird game. It's a really, like, control-wise, it's a strange hybrid, really, of 2D and 3D. So basically, you play it with Wii Remote on its side, like an NES controller, right? You know, D-pad, 2 buttons. You jump and shoot. So you've only got, basically, you know, the kind of cardinal directions and diagonals to move around.
Yeah.
There's no analog
A-way
control.
movement.
Exactly, yeah. I really think this game would have benefited from analog movement, but in cases like this, where there's something like a curved hallway, I'm just hitting up and down, and she runs along.
Right.
So there's basically sort of like invisible tracks that she runs along in a lot of these places. I don't know, compare it to like Pandemonium or something.
Yeah.
Like way back in the day. It almost feels like that at times. Like I'm literally just holding up here, and she just kind of follows the,
She just goes.
the course of the room, yeah. And a lot of the shooting is, there's a lot of auto-aim. Let's see if I can find some enemies here to kill. Like these guys. So you can see how I'm just hitting the button here. No specific aiming going on with the D-pad.
Right.
She just kind of shoots whatever's more or less in front of her. You just kind of have to basically angle
Pointer
yourself.
and sort of somewhere in that basic direction.
Yeah, which usually works fine. But occasionally you'll get her shooting at stuff you don't want her to, or not shooting at stuff you do. Let's climb this elevator shaft.
Yeah. Well, it seems like the sort of thing you would do in a Metroid game.
I can't make that jump. I can make that jump. Oh, God. Oh, no. So I should not try to aim first person while I'm in midair. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's the other big component of the gameplay is point the Wii Remote at the screen.
And then it
And
zooms right into first person.
Yep, kind of Metroid Prime style. You can only shoot missiles in first person, which is a little weird because, you know, missiles are pretty good.
Well, also, missiles aren't necessarily hard to come by.
No, not at all. You recharge those.
Oh, now you've done it.
I will show you in a second. Oh, damn. That guy doesn't look too happy. So yeah, I could target him. Or I could just do that.
No, all right then.
And now he's dead.
Problem solved.
Yeah, so there's a decent amount of like environmental interaction like that in this game. A lot of like going to first person and peering around to try to find like the thing you need to shoot, or like the little ventilation duct you need to
It's like scanning a room
like
or something
morph
like
ball
that.
into. Yeah, all kinds of stuff like that. So this is super early on. This is about 90 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
So you get tons of I need super missiles to get through that. Tons of stuff that you need, like specific equipment,
Right.
to get into, just like any Metroid game. And since it's been a while since I played this part, it's gonna take me a little bit of time to remember what's going on here. But yeah, so stuff like that, you know, look around, find the thing you can shoot,
Right.
shoot it, then go through.
Do you ever use bombs to jump?
You do, and it's pretty tough. It's the one time that you really have to do it. It was pretty frustrating, actually. Oh, tried to pull a fast one on me.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah. There are some frustrating moments with controls in this game. I will not lie. Between like kind of some camera angle weirdness, or the auto aim not quite acting like you want it to.
Right.
Is there anything out here? No. Those are grapple points. I don't have the grapple beam yet. So let's get back.
So what is your mission? What is going on?
You're on the bottle ship. Oh, that was a... All right, hey, let's use some bombs to jump.
Okay.
If I can... Boom. All right, there you go. Not too bad. Missiles. Yeah, so you start out, you're bounty hunting.
Yeah.
You're flying around. You find a distress call, and you go investigate it. And it leads you here, which is this... They call it the bottle ship. It's just like sort of a space station. Cylindrical-looking thing. And there's some Galactic Federation dudes hanging out, including an old commanding officer that Samus seems to know. The story stuff is largely pretty cheesy in this game.
There's definitely from playing the first hour or so some time ago, it seemed like a lot of the voice acting was hokey.
Some of it's alright. Samus is super flat. It's totally dry. Not much emoting to speak of there. Not that I'm one to talk, but let's see what's going on up here. More missiles.
Great. You're almost out of missiles.
Oh yeah, hey, let's get some more. So you hold the Wii remote up, hold the A button, charged.
Really?
Missiles are full again. Yep.
It's crazy.
Which, it's weird, and I mean, that kind of devalues the optional missile pickups, you know?
Right.
Because if you can just like... Granted, you know, in the middle of a fight, sometimes you don't have time to stop and do that, because you have to stand still. But I'm, like I said, I'm on the end boss, and I think I have, 40 missiles total. Oh god.
What, did you do anything there, or was that just a little cutscene?
Kinda.
Did you hit a button to evade or something?
Yeah, so that is, I mean, that was sort of, sort of an automated example of it, but there is like a, kind of a, let's see if there it goes. So it's kind of a semi-automated, trying to get it to happen again. Oh, no, he just got me that time.
Did not happen that time.
It's weird. It's like a semi-automated evade system. These guys are not the best guys.
What is it? You tap the D-pad kind of right before you get hit, and you'll
don't even
roll
have
out of the way.
You don't even have to tap it. You literally, if you're holding it, it works.
Oh.
It's kind of weird. I mean, it just happens constantly without your intervention, really.
Jeez.
Like basically, if you're moving at all, when an enemy is about to attack you, you're pretty much going to avoid it.
Shows sort of auto roll.
Yeah, which actually I think is actually kind of for the best because of the limitations of the D-pad and stuff. You know, like this is not like it's got the sensibilities of like a Ninja Gaiden, and you know it should because it's Team Ninja.
Yeah.
But you don't have the precision control in it that you have in a game like that.
So they've just built a bunch of assistance
into
it to account for that.
Sorta, yeah. I guess that's accurate.
It's a really weird way to make a game.
Kinda, yeah. This stuff, to my memory, is pretty much exactly like Metroid Prime. I think this is pretty much how they handled
the ball sequences.
Stuff.
Yeah, more or less,
if I recall. What is going down? Oh God!
The hell was that?
That's what's going down. Invisible enemies. Jesus.
You should shoot those guys.
You can. So yeah. So what you do here is look around.
Use your scan visor.
There he is. Shoot him. Oh, two of them in here? Oh no. So you got a couple of up-close kill moves that you can do. See if I can. There you go. So you can jump on the top of a guy and do stuff like that. There was the dodge.
Oh, right.
And you can also stun some guys and jump on top of them, and basically that's a one-hit kill once you got them down to that point. Oh. I remember you, oh, well, there was my chance to do the lethal strike, but missiles work pretty good, too.
Missiles can be lethal.
Indeed. Don't have the power bomb yet. Don't even have the power bomb on my other game. Which is a little strange. I guess you have to assume that will come into play right at the end or something.
They wouldn't put doors in there that require you to have a power bomb otherwise, right?
Yeah, it's weird. You know, hour and a half into the game, I'm seeing power bomb doors, but I still, toward the end of the game, don't have it yet. So,
well, that's, you know, that's pretty standard, really.
Yeah, more or less. Robots. robots.
Is a lot of combat broken up into stuff like this, where it's like
kind of
here's a room,
combat
and,
rooms?
Yeah.
Sorta, yeah. The combat that happens. Oh, that's right. I have to kill these guys while they're charging.
He's charging his laser.
So there is one of my kind of minor knocks against the game is that there are a lot of cases where you have to use missiles to do stuff.
Right.
But
you can't move.
Yeah, so you're stationary while you're using missiles. So
I mean, I guess it depends on the structure of the game, but that's the sort of thing that seems like more than a minor knock on it. That.
Whoa. It's not crippling.
Okay.
It's only been like a couple times that it's really gotten on my nerves.
Yeah, I guess it kind of just depends on the design and stuff.
Yeah. For the most part, it's not.
It seemed like one of those things when I was playing the early parts of the game was like, man, this could be really messed up later if this game isn't designed to account for how clunky this feels.
It mostly is. You know, there's a case where the guy who was not charging got in the way of the guy who was, so there was no way I could shoot him.
Right.
Because you can't move around and shoot missiles. Whoa, come on. Somebody charge. Any day now. Oh! I think the charge beam might also work on these guys. There we go. Okay, I guess that is damaging it a little bit. Dude, come on. I could jump on top of this guy. I doubt it. Do it. There are a lot of cases where your shots just bounce right off of guys until they're in like a vulnerable state.
Weird.
Alright, I don't think he's even going to do it while I'm pointing at him. Come on. Thank you. Good lord. What do we have here? Diffusion beam. That basically just hits multiple enemies when you charge it, which is super handy. It's weird, I mean, you name it, the Metroid item is in here. Ice beam, wave beam, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, Varia suit. Like, you know, I don't think it's really... Maybe I should actually use that diffusion beam on these guys.
Yeah. They probably wouldn't have given it to you.
Yeah, no, that's kind of what you're supposed to do here. But yeah, you name it, it's in this game.
Yeah.
I don't think that's really giving anything away. But it's weird because the effects of those things stack. So it's like, you get the ice beam and it's like, oh, this will charge, or this will freeze certain enemies that are vulnerable to being frozen. And then you get the wave beam and it's still the ice beam when you need it to be.
Oh.
But otherwise it's the wave beam. It's kind of weird.
Like, do you have to select?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No, you can't even do that. I mean, you can... Here's the map screen. It's a map. You can see what you got, but there's no turning stuff on and off. It's just you got it and it works. Not a whole lot of new stuff. It's all pretty much classic Metroid-y kind of power-ups.
Well, I guess with where this takes place in the story, it wouldn't make sense for her to have too much crazy stuff.
Yeah, this is directly post Super Metroid. So, do a quick little bit of backtracking here. Or not. Crap. I gotta fight these guys.
I think those things have guns in their mouths, so you're going to want to look out for that.
Probably. Oh god. So yeah, I was basically doing nothing there where she dodged.
Yeah.
And it just sort of happens. Like literally, if I just kind of keep running around where there's danger.
Yeah.
See how that happens? I mean,
dude, that's...
I don't know. I kind of like it in a way. I mean,
Like on one hand, like this just seems like an impressive feat of design. Like there's some intellectual, cool thing going on where they're like, yeah, we made this fully 3D character action game, and you play it with a D-pad and 2 buttons primarily.
Right.
You know, like they worked within the limitations in a really interesting way.
They do that.
But
That's
that doesn't
true.
necessarily, like, you know, when you look at the full world of games out there on all platforms, that starts to.
It's a little strange. It's odd. I'm no game designer, but I can't think of a reason that they couldn't have done this with the nunchuck and the Wii Remote.
Right.
And then you'd have full analog control.
Yeah.
I think it would probably be a better game if they had gone that route. Same time, I read some stuff. Whoa, God. I read some stuff about how this started out as a 2D game. At some point. Like they prototyped as a 2D game, and then, at least our wiki for the game would have you believe.
Man, that's a bummer.
Yeah, kind of. Oh no. All right, so just like you can recharge your missiles, if you get down in the red, you can also recharge your health, but you got to be pretty careful about when. Oh, come on. Got to be pretty careful about when you do it. Something like that will happen. And now I have 1 health.
I like that it flips between 0 and 1.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's bad out here.
I should play it real safe here.
Can you like charge up halfway, or do you have to go all?
It's got to be
all or nothing.
Yeah. Nope. And there's some lag on. So basically, you hit the A button to go ball.
Yeah.
But you also hold it to charge. Okay. So I find myself turning into the ball all the time before it registers that I'm holding the Wii Remote up. Go. All right. So it doesn't recharge all your health, but you get some of it back. Pretty much 1 full energy tank.
Yeah.
All right, where are you at? You have to. You actually have to take into account which way Samus, the character model, is facing when you go first person, because that's the way that she'll start out looking.
Yeah.
So occasionally you'll go into first person and look in like the opposite direction of what you want to be shooting at. And then you have to swivel all the way around.
Right.
So that can be kind of a bummer. I don't know, I feel like I'm just knocking this game left and right. I really like it, just for the record. I think it's a lot of fun.
It's weird.
It is very weird. It's one of the weirdest action games I have played in a long time. But that doesn't have to be a bad thing, you know?
Right.
Also, this ship is basically a giant holodeck.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's for a spaceship, there's kind of a lot of... I mean, that is a waterfall.
It is,
Most of the spaceships I've been on do not have waterfalls.
Or canyons, or any of that stuff. At the beginning here, I think you'll see some more of this. They kind of beat you over the head with the fact that, hey, this stuff isn't real.
Oh.
You get a bunch of... I mean, you can see right there, there's the ship peeking out, kind of behind the naturalistic-looking stuff.
Right.
Hey, here's some ship. And I think you might see... There's just, like, straight-up holodeck style, like... the terrain shimmering in and out, and turning into whoa. But later on, I mean, they basically just use it as an excuse to have a whole bunch of different areas, like the lava level, the ice level, the desert level, which is it's fine for the visual variety, even if it's a little like silly. It's kind of contrived in a way, but whatever. The very most contrived thing about this entire game, though, is the way that it doles out your equipment.
Yeah, so what's the story with that? I mean, Metroid kind of classically...
Yeah, there's no abilities here. You don't actually lose your stuff.
Right.
You've got this commanding officer here telling you what to do, and he authorizes you to use the stuff that you already have. So it's just like...
I mean, I think that still counts as an ability.
I guess.
Because you go through that whole tutorial with everything.
Well...
Right? Like in the tutorial I played, I dropped a power bomb.
Oh, you know what? I can't remember if that's in there or not, actually. Last few days are all a blur.
Yeah.
You might be right. I can't quite remember.
Anyway.
I also can't remember what to do here, so...
Well, that makes this a good place to stop, then.
Probably cut this off.
Yeah.
I think there's a good boss in here pretty soon, but... video review of this forthcoming, so... You will see more of this game.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's interesting and just such a weird... I'd really like to hear from the guys that made it why
Yeah.
why they did it this way.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I could see there being some sense that it's not enough to just make a 2D game in 2010.
Right, but then you have like why not you have nunchuck support? I mean, clearly the game that
Yeah,
they're making
yeah.
would be, I don't know, more fully featured. Like put this in as your easy mode. Put this in as your EO, your easy operation mode, and then have assistance off mode or something.
I get the sense that there's so much fan service in this game. I won't go into it.
Yeah.
I'll put it this way: a dude says out loud the word Torian at one point.
Okay.
Like it's dude, they are hitting it hard.
Yeah.
So in a way, I could see that like this, you play it with the controller on the side, just like the NES controller. It's almost as if to say this is a hardcore Metroid game.
That is not what makes a Metroid game hardcore.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
You're probably right about that, but I don't know. I kind of. Oh, you know what? I know where to go here. Hey, look at that.
All right. Well.
Yeah, we should probably still stop.
Yeah. Let's.
I'm gonna go as fast as I can until you make me stop.
Let's say goodbye for now.
Oh, look at that.
Full review coming. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Actually, you know what? The boss is right after this. Should I just go fight that boss?
No. It's if you want to see the bosses, just, watch the video review for more.
I'm just gonna keep playing. Can't stop me, cop.
Drew, cut it off. Just stop.
Dude, look at all this stuff, though.
Just stop.
Pretty good boss down here.